Hello, Damp Sam here. This is his last job before Christmas, so quite festive, although it's a big one up to Mad Friday or whatever it is. So this is in a terrace property, and when we came to look at it, it was it had high moisture levels on all walls. I didn't know what it was going to be like when we had plaster off. I knew that it was a render that we're on. It's a really old terrace. I think it's 1800 and somewhere, stone fronted, and it's stone at back, and it's had a bit of renovations done over years. The chimney took out in that side. What we did notice when I came to look at it was that plaster were all the way down to the floor, and as we've took it off, I don't know if you can see that there's like a channel all the way on. Well, what they've done is they'd rendered all the way down to the floor with a sand and cement render, which obviously had an additive in, and we're doing okay. But then they'd put some kind of screed up to it and bridged everything that they'd done before. There's some drill holes in brick, but what I wanted to show you is a couple of things. So they plastered all the way to the floor on here. This is old chimney breast. If you look here, you can see brick layers, bricked it up with these, looks like concrete blocks laid on the side, and then they've put a damp course in, which is here, but then they plastered straight over it, and then gone right under here as well into this, which is old fireplace. It's got an infill in, so that will just wet through, and then on other sides you've got this old brickwork, and they've rendered down as well, but there's no damp course being put in this side. And then on this wall it's just one of the thickest plasters I've ever seen. It must be 50 centimetres or something like that on here. So I've hacked it off right back. We're going to get some kind of damp course in, and then I'll probably nat cement here. This bit, you've got a step down. Yeah, you can see that. There's a step down, and you've got a solid floor on that side, and yeah, that's better. So you can see it step down, and they're plastered all the way to the floor again, which is bridging, because it's what we call lateral moisture. It's against this solid floor, and there were issues, so it were all damp down there. Two of the damp companies came out and had a look at it, and they didn't even mention it to her, poor lass. But we said we'd put a waterproof system on there, waterproof system on chimney breasts are. In fact, one of the damp companies that came out, he only said that half a property were damp, and I think well, I know what they do. They sort of say they'll come and do that first bit, and it's a cheap price, and then they'll say, oh, we found this and we found that, which is wrong, and then they'd have hit her up for some more money. And it does happen, can't help it. It's the unqualified people, and they're not accountable to anybody, but it does happen. They'll say that there's a small amount of damp on that side, and when they come to do it, they'll say, oh, I've just noticed this bit, you know. And a lot of the time it's if the customer specifically asks you to look at one piece, so you either pay for a full damp survey, or if you come to look at just one piece, then, you know, fair enough, they'll only do that piece. But she had 3 surveys, and 2 of us said that it needed doing all the way around, and one company, he said that it just needed that corner and a couple of bits. That's one of them. So I'll just show you here if I can get light on. This bit, well, if you look down here, Now all these salts here that's on brickwork, there's you know, there's a few people that say that rising damp don't exist and ground salts are a myth. Well, I ain't put these on here, but I'll tell you that now. And look, it's just, you've got them all the way up here. And basically that, and there's an oil here all the way through to somewhere. I think it must be next door. So when they're going about, you know, it just needs a bit of airing. It's had some airing, but it's still gone like this. So so that's rising damp for you. And we'll be fixing it. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. So it's a fairly big job for us, because we've got to skim out both. We're gonna put damp systems on. They're all going to be different ones as well. I haven't just got one sort. So we've got Natsem, which is going to go on chimney breast because of waterproof system. Other damp companies, I saw his plan, and he'd done to drill and inject all around there, it's been infilled with solid plaster. So if you look all the way back through there, that's all been infilled in. There's no damp proof membrane at bottom, but other damp company said to put a drill and inject round there. And I'm not saying that they weren't going to put a waterproof system on, but there were no need for to drill and inject. They do put put membrane on, but we're going to put Natsem on it. So that's going on there. It's going on where below ground level is on that side, and some dubbing out, which is going to be because this is another window companies. You know, window companies. Why the hell do you employ a plasterer? This is what you end up with when they take a wooden door out or something like that. This is what happens with window companies. They put this plastic stuff on, and it's a massive gap. All it needs is foaming up and cutting off and then skimming in. I know it's quicker, but it's just a mess. I mean, look at that in there. It's a nightmare. And it's not just door. It's all lot, and they do it all over. So that's your trim what you've got on. So when you start getting black mould all around your windows, you'll find that there's a gap in between, which is the hang on, there you go. That gap there is because window companies left it, and cold air comes in there, and then condensation forms, and then you end up with black mould. So this is last job. I'm going to keep you updated. Probably do another video later on when we've got some stuff sorted out. So Damp Sam signing off, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.